Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anne. I am a nurse injector here in the Bellevue, Seattle area, and I wanted to get back into YouTube, film some day in the lives and just my life as a nurse injector. This field is growing so fast, and I know there's so many of you on my social medias that are always asking questions and want to know more about this field. So today I just wanted to answer some frequently asked questions about nurse injecting. So I'll just be reading some questions on my phone. If there's something that I don't get to or any other questions that you guys are curious about, leave them down below and I will answer those for you guys. I am so excited to share my journey with you guys because I love what I do and I love this field. It's so much fun and it's something I'm really passionate about. I feel like it's still such a new field. Even though I've been in it for 2 years, I feel like I'm still such a new injector learning the ropes. So without further ado, let's get started. The first question is, what made you get into aesthetics? So I started nursing school knowing that I wanted to be a nurse injector. Being a nurse injector has been my dream job. My uncle is a plastic surgeon in California, and that is how I kind of learned about the nurse injector role. I grew up with 3 sisters, and naturally we've just always gravitated towards beauty. Always doing our makeup, contouring our cheeks, and slimming out our nose with contour, putting on falsies. So I feel like I've kind of developed my aesthetic eye and my artistic eye from my sisters and being around girls growing up. I'm a Pisces, so I'm naturally just a nurturing person. I love taking care of people. I love working with women. So I feel like this is the perfect job for me. It's so much fun. I love what I do, so I'm really excited to be in the position that I am right now. And I feel very lucky. The next question is, can you run through your nursing school journey? How long did it take? So I did a more in-depth video about my aesthetic nursing journey and how I got into this field and kind of the schooling breakdown in a previous video if you guys want to check that out here. But I'll kind of give you the summarized shortened version. So I did 2 years at a community college. After that program, I got my RN degree. And then after that, I applied to a plastic surgery office where I worked for a year. After that year mark, I asked my boss if he could teach me how to inject, and he agreed. But in total, to get to where I am, it took me 2 years of schooling and 1 year experience in the plastic surgery field. I feel like this is definitely the quickest route that you can take. Sometimes people can get lucky and apply as an injector right after school, but it's very rare that someone will hire you with that experience. So that 1 year experience as a plastic surgery nurse definitely helped me get into where I am today. The next question is, will you ever go back to the OR? So I worked in the OR for 2 years and I work at a surgery center. So I am lucky enough to work with 15 other doctors. What's really nice about this is people will come in with a certain cosmetic concern and I can see all the different perspectives and different solutions that doctors will have to treat this one concern. So it's really helped me develop a really well-rounded approach to how to treat different concerns and just made me become a better injector. I learned so much about different cosmetic procedures from head to toe, and this was such a priceless experience that I will never take for granted. But as of now, I do not plan on going back to the OR. As a new mom, I am limited with the time that I am spending working. So that time that I do have, I am just focused on my injection career and just bettering myself, learning, growing, and becoming the best injector that I can be. The number one question that I probably get asked all the time is, what certification do you need to be a nurse injector? In short, you do not need any certification to start injecting. The only thing you need is your RN degree. That's kind of like the scary thing about it, because once you graduate school, anyone can pick up a needle and inject you. So you really want to do your research when you are looking for an injector, because you want someone who is well trained and knows what they're doing. But I will say, you are working under a doctor and they're not just going to let anybody inject. These doctors are usually going to train you and make sure that you are knowledgeable in the treatments that you provide and that you are proficient in your injections. I am proud to say that I am CAN certified, even though this is not required to inject. This is a certified aesthetic nurse specialist certification, and it is the only certification given to aesthetic nurses who hold value in education, professional growth, and clinical practice. This certification is given to aesthetic nurses who meet certain requirements and take a state test. So make sure you do your research on your nurse injector. You don't want just anybody to be injecting your face. I will mention that I know that there are courses out there that teach you Botox and filler in 1 to 2 days and give you some sort of certification, but that is not needed. I know some people like to do that before they do an interview just to show your commitment into the field, but that is not required at all. I think that's helpful because it does give you foundational knowledge when you do come into the field, especially if a doctor will be training you. You're just going to learn so much quicker when you have some foundational knowledge, but that is not required to enter this field. And the last but most important question, how is the salary and how much is the basic pay rate of nurse injectors? So there is no set amount of a normal pay rate. I think this really varies from clinic to clinic and how much experience you bring to the table. There are different couple pay structures that I am familiar with. You can either be paid hourly, be paid commission, or be paid a blend of the both, hourly and commission. I will say that the pay is really good. It is a lot better than I was making in the OR. My pay structure is fully commission, which is something that me and my doctor negotiated. I think you guys should keep in mind that even though you interview at a place and they offer you a certain pay structure, if you want a different structure, don't be scared to negotiate. So I'm gonna get real with you guys and let you guys know what kind of pay structures that I've been offered and what I've seen in my experience when I've interviewed with certain medical spas or offices. For the hourly, I've seen anywhere from $50 to $90 per hour. For commission, anywhere from $30 to $40, and then for the commission and hourly, usually the hourly is anywhere from $45 to $60, $70, and then the commission usually starts when you hit a certain sales goal. And that commission is usually like $20 to $30. So the pay structure that I have is fully commission. I really like this because it's result driven and it motivates me to work really hard. I know what I bring to the table and I am really good at social media and promoting myself. So I feel like I can bring in my own patients and I bring a lot of value to a clinic. My starting commission was 30% of the net profit and I've negotiated to increase that twice since I started injecting. So I'll kind of break it down for you guys so you guys kind of understand what the net profit is. So if I'm charging $750 for lips and I get product for $300, you take $750 minus $300, which is $450, and then you would get the commission off of the net. That's not how it works with every clinic. This is something that you'll have to negotiate with the doctor when you get hired, but that's how my commission is structured. The only thing with commission-based structure is that it's not the same every single week. Some weeks I'll make more than others depending on how busy I am. And starting out, you're not going to make much because your clientele is not there and your business is still growing. So commission-based is probably not the best to start out, but I think it's definitely the most rewarding. If you're bringing in a lot of the clientele and you're just really busy, I think commission-based is the best. Hourly is probably the best if you're new and starting out. I am going to end this here. I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I hope this helps you in your injection journey when you are finding that place to work and need some answers before you make these big decisions. Just one little tip of advice when you guys are applying and interviewing at these places: value yourself, know what you're worth and what you bring to the table, and don't be afraid to negotiate and say what you want. Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.